In 1881, in the Deep South, white oversight wasn't optional. It was expected. Booker T. Washington ignored that expectation and built a school run entirely by Black educators. When Tuskegee Institute opened in 1881, Washington was the only teacher. White politicians controlled funding. White philanthropists watched closely. But Washington made a quiet decision. No white professors in the classroom. Olivia Davidson Washington wasn't just his wife. She was the school's first assistant principal. She organized curriculum, raised money, built structure from scratch. Margaret Murray Washington shaped the women's program and expanded national networks. George Washington Carver arrived in 1896. He wasn't there to entertain white donors. He was there to teach Black farmers how to survive. Robert Robinson Taylor designed the campus itself. Adella Hunt Logan wasn't just a teacher. She built intellectual power. She taught English, she ran the library, and she fought for women's suffrage. In a South built on racism, she expanded who was allowed to think, speak, and vote. William J. Edwards graduated from Tuskegee, then went back into Alabama and built Snow Hill Institute. This wasn't just one school. It was replication, strategy, ownership. In the 1880s South, white oversight wasn't just tradition. It was control. Washington chose to operate inside that system, while quietly building Black leadership underneath it. That was the power play. This wasn't rebellion in the streets. It was control in the classroom. And that changed the South.